It's like right now you're stopping on this video, and what I want to do is I just want to say, like, alert, 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 right? This is Life Coach Malachi. You'll see it in the description. And of course, I'm a life coach. What kind of life coach? I help individuals, specifically business owners or professionals, executives, use a contemplation method, right? To look at what you desire, look at what you want to improve, and look at how you want to change your life. Everyone goes through shifts, everyone goes through changes, and how you get to where you truly want to be, right? Or get closer to that higher self or that authentic self, the more you can have a life worth living. Today, I just want to alert you, though, on you may be experiencing or seeing levels of chaos in the world. And a lot of that has to do with there's numerous transitions that are happening. We recently in America have had transition of power, but also there's a transition of how this power structure performs, how this power structure makes you think, how the power structure makes other people think. And I'm here to let you know that you need to understand how to navigate in chaos and understand that in the chaos you can unlock the divine authentic self. You can unlock a new level that's within where we are. And I believe this is a time that we are really unlocking a level of life that we may have not been. We've been a lot of places in this world in terms of the evolution of humanity. But what if I told you that the chaos in your life isn't working against you, but it's actually can be working for you? And the chaos I'm talking about is the chaos from the inside, or the chaos that you recognize from the outside, where we're not sure what's going on, and we feel like something is bad's going to happen, and we feel like almost like the world is coming to an end, because that's what we constantly say. We constantly put that energy out there. And the thing is other people are putting that energy out there, causing us to believe it. But that every disruption, every challenge is actually a coded message guiding you towards your higher self. Yeah, I know it sounds woo-woo. I know it sounds crazy. And that's what you hear from the all spiritual gurus, right? Or the people, right? Some people you hear about the turmoil, and then some people you hear about, the end. There's still the turmoil, but then some you hear about the woo-woo stuff, right? But I'm here to just give you tips, tools, techniques, and the ability also to go within and recognize you have a choice, right? There's a man that was on the Titanic, and long story short, he found a lifeboat as the Titanic was going down. And I'm paraphrasing a lot of this, but he gets on a lifeboat. He survives the Titanic, which was amazing, but the water was frigid cold. By the time he receives help from another ship, and get on the ship and receives help, ultimately what ended up happening was they wanted to cut his legs off. And he said, no, you're not cutting my legs off. And because I have a mission, I have a goal, I have something I'm trying to achieve. That man ended up becoming an Olympic gold medalist for tennis, surviving the Titanic, surviving his legs about to be amputated in that time, and he becomes a gold medalist for tennis. Context about me. So today we're going to deep dive into how chaos can be a decoded message, looking at the metaphysical principles, but also sometimes I think when we deal with chaos, it's really someone else's chaos, looking to cause chaos. That's why you got to be careful watching things like news, especially 24-hour news, because the goal is to get your attention and make sure you're paying attention. Right now, you're paying attention to me on social media, and I'm trying to put some information and some knowledge, some essence of spirit, so we could shake up something within you. Chaos is not random. It could be seen as part of the divine reconstructing or restructure. Let's just go there for a moment, right? Sometimes chaos is chaos and you need to diffuse it, right? All the disinformation, all the disease, if you approach things a certain way that is always looking to never have a appeal from the heart, and everything is chaos or everything is bad, or you know what I mean? That's what I want to put out in the atmosphere. That's what you're going to get back, right, from the energy of the people. It's kind of like if you approach a dog and you say, I love you. You could say, I love you, and you can have the meanest, ugly, craziest, and the dog's going to feed off of that energy of what it feels, not what it understands. You could say, oh, I hate you. I just want you to die. Come on, I want you to die. The dog will still respond, right, to the energy. Deconstructing is something that a lot of times it has to happen, and especially within our mind, especially within reality, there's things and components of where we've been before you reconstruct that you might say, I like this, I'm like that. But not everything is good from this. That's the reason why we're reconstructing. And a lot of it has to do with reconstructing our reality. One of the things is we tend to resist chaos because the ego is something that wants certainty, where our higher self or our desired self actually thrives on expansion, right? So you got this inner conflict. And so the way we could frame this is you could say, instead of saying like, why is this happening to me? We could say, what is it trying to show me? Why is this in my life? Is this the lesson, right? For some that are in spaces that it's the coming to the end of life, if they can get into more of a reflection kind of state of being. Like, I want to reflect on this. I want to connect to this. I know it may be a little difficult in certain situations, but we have to do our best to get there. A lot of the chaos that's happening, especially outside of your control, it has a lot to do with what's going on within certain people, because some people are wanting to cause chaos on purpose to confuse you. Part of it is the fact that they live in chaos and that's what they thrive off of. But it's your job to recognize and to be able to understand, is that chaos a part of me in terms of, can I control it or can I manage it? Most chaos you can. And the biggest thing is waking up. As they say, being woke was nothing to do with progressive thinking. It had to do with survival. It had to do with being able to have the level of consciousness to understand how to navigate the world. The divine self, the authentic divine self, but the divine self is not something that you are becoming. It's something that you're trying to remember. A lot of times in this world, it seems that though we are learning, but the infinite knowledge and the infinite of life, some people may say God, already is. And the thing is, as we are learning in the body, in the soul already knows. What helps us get closer to understanding is stripping away. Remember, I said deconstructing reality. But when you strip away some of your religious dogmas, some of your societal dogmas, some of your history, because mama did, because daddy did, I don't claim teams in religion, right? What I believe is what I know for myself. And I've grown to a stage in my life that, and through study, through contemplation, becoming a mystic, it's a different walk, a different journey, and I'm okay with it. No different than the fact that if you see me and I have disconnected from certain societal's pressures in what I'm supposed to do or look like. It's a lot of society. So you have to pay attention and understand how to develop your role in your intuition of your inner GPS. Understand that your authentic self vibrates at a unique frequency. If you hear a high-pitched sound, which I do a lot, but when you hear a high-pitched sound, when you see a baby and it comes into your eyes and it's your baby and it does something, or it's your child and they do something and it makes you proud, that is a frequency, right? It's a vibration. You caught through your senses, and then the frequency of what that is tells you, right? Whether it is high vibrational, high frequency, higher state of consciousness, love, guilt, shame, fear, like a lot of times where the church goes, or even politics, where it goes, it puts you in a lower vibration and a lower frequency of anger. You have to learn to raise that vibration, even when it may be necessary to actually understand and navigate the space to move out of the space. But the signs that you are out of alignment, you could be out of alignment, is you repeating patterns of struggle, guilty. You are feeling disconnected and unfulfilled, guilty. You are constantly seeking external validation, guilty. I've done all three. So in what you need to do is you need to recognize what those are. What is that pattern? How am I feeling fulfilled? And then what happens is this content here is designed to make you aware and see these things, but then say, okay, maybe it's the information that I'm receiving and I need to not receive that all the time. Maybe it's too much social media. I need to not do that all the time. Meditation, breath work, and also understanding that literally, like I said, watching things like this can raise your vibration. Neville Goddard talks about assuming the assumptions in creating realities. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So you got to become versus just, and it's like you got to become the feeling, and you got to see yourself, and you got to become, what would a millionaire do? What would a person, and in a sense of a good person that's doing that they may be disciplined, they may be structured, right? They may pay attention. They may to certain things. They may have balance. Some of them, not all of them do, but there's certain principles that you do to achieve certain goals, right? If you're healthy, there's certain things that you do. Just understand The chaos can be a divine recalibration. And everything that you see in the world today, although some things are bad, not good, people are dying. But understand, if you're the one that's alive right now, balance what you see within that, because you will deal with the situation of your death during that moment in time. While other people are dying, if you have some kind of if you have some kind of if you are a person, what is it, people that are an empath, right? If you're an empath, just understand you have to balance how much you see it versus how much you're doing to help it versus how much you're promoting it and, you know, making sure people know versus how much you're taking care of yourself. Look at your own life and see how you feel, how you look, what's working for you, what's not working for you, right? How's your health, right? What chaos are you navigating now? What are the things that you're dealing with now? Let's try to decode some of these things together. Put that in the comments. And the other thing is your greatest transformation is on the other side of of the greatest resistance. The thing is will you surrender it? Will you learn to let go, allow, understand? Sometimes we just have to let it be, breathing in, just because it is as it is, being present. And you just got to remember that you are co-creating this universe. It's not happening to you, it's happening through you. I would like to challenge you to apply some of the principles that I talk about. I would like to challenge you to back away from certain things and begin to go with it and report back, right? See the shifts. Shift happens, and shift is happening to you. Peace.